You're listening to IsReal News, 3 daily briefings on the Middle East and on global developments.
From IsReal News, these are the morning headlines for Tuesday, May 5th. Iran is escalating its rhetoric, warning the conflict is far from over. The Speaker of Iran's parliament says the current situation is unsustainable for the United States, adding that Iran has not yet fully begun its response. President Donald Trump says the timeline for the war is not decisive, estimating that operations could continue for another 2 to 3 weeks. He says the United States has already achieved much of its objectives. Regional tensions remain high following attacks in the Gulf. Pakistan's prime minister is condemning missile and drone strikes on civilian infrastructure in the United Arab Emirates and calling for a ceasefire to allow space for diplomacy. A senior advisor to the UAE president says Iran is responsible for escalating the crisis, describing it as the primary source of instability in the region. There are signs the conflict could widen. Reports indicate South Korea is considering joining what's being described as President Trump's Operation Freedom, following an attack on one of its vessels. Inside Iran, reports suggest internal tensions. The country's president is said to have criticized recent strikes in the Gulf as reckless and irresponsible, warning they could lead to irreversible consequences and calling for urgent discussions with the supreme leader. Overnight, opposition sources report explosions at key locations in the Persian Gulf, including near Bandar Abbas and Qeshm Island. On the nuclear front, U.S. intelligence assessments indicate Iran's nuclear program has not been significantly degraded. Officials estimate Iran could develop a nuclear weapon within 9 to 12 months and say the country retains a large stockpile of enriched uranium. In the United States, President Trump has declared a national Sabbath as part of Jewish American Heritage Month, marking what he describes as the role of Jewish Americans in shaping the nation's history. In the UK, a Jewish chaplain is recovering after a violent, anti-Semitic attack inside a high-security prison. Authorities say the attacker shouted religious slogans and caused serious injuries, including a broken jaw. And on Wall Street, stock futures are edging higher after Monday losses, as investors continue to monitor developments in the Middle East and shifting oil prices. Those are the latest headlines from IsReal News.
Follow IsReal News for 3 daily briefings. Fast, factual, and to the point.